Who doesn't love to play a fun game every once in a while? The competitive spirit can bring out the best in us, but can also bring out the worst in us. And sometimes the game that you are playing isn't always what you want to be playing, but most of the time you want to win no matter what. This list here is going to be 10 deadly game horror movies where the characters have to play a game against one another, and the only way to make it out of alive is to win the game. There will be no spoilers in this video, so you do not have to worry about the winners being ruined by watching this. I will put timestamps of all the movies in the description below, and if a movie is offered on any streaming services, it will be there too if you decide you want to check a movie out. With that being said, here we go. Number 10. Would You Rather? 2012. Would You Rather follows young caring sister, Iris, who has a brother that is severely sick and is on his deathbed due to cancer. Iris wants to get him some treatment, but when she learns that the treatment he would need is $300,000, she has no idea where she can come up with that amount of cash. At the doctor's office, her doctor introduces her to a man named Shepard Lambrick who might be able to help her out with her money issue. Shepard invites Iris to his estate that weekend where he is going to be throwing a game night, and the winner will leave with $1 million. He doesn't tell her what the game is, but Iris jumps at the opportunity to win that much money and save her brother's life. When Iris arrives at the mansion a few days later, she is playing the game Would You Rather with 8 other contestants. The only catch is they will be punishing and inflicting gruesome amounts of pain on one another, and some of them will even end up dead. Will Iris be able to win the game and save her brother's life, or will she fall victim to Shepard's sadistic game? Number 9. Stay Alive. 2006. Stay Alive takes the deadly game twist in a different direction than some of the others on this list. After the brutal death of a friend, a group of friends find themselves in possession of a video game called Stay Alive, a blood-curdling true story of a 17th-century noblewoman known as the Blood Countess. They know that the last thing their friend did before he died was play that game that he built, but they believe that he would want them all to finish playing the game in his honor. Little do they know what this video game is capable of doing and the punishment it can bring. After they start playing the game with each other, whenever one of them dies in the game, they end up dead in real life in the exact same way they died in the game. They start freaking out and think they can just stop playing the game and be safe, but they will learn the only way they can stay alive is to finish the game and defeat the Blood Countess. Number 8. Dead Body. 2017. In this one, 9 high school kids celebrate graduation at a secluded home in the wilderness. They fight, philander, and feel nostalgic as they embark on a life away from home, in college. Once the house party dies down a bit, they decide to play a game. The game they choose is Dead Body, and it pretty much is a fun game where someone ends up fake dead and then the others have to use clues to decipher who was the murderer out of all of them. But when one partygoer takes the game too far, actually murdering the other guests one by one, it's up to the group to set aside their tensions and figure out the murderer before they all end up dead. Number 7. Circle. 2015. In a gigantic, mysterious chamber of sorts, 50 strangers wake up to find themselves confined in the building with no memory of how they got there. The surprise is that every 2 minutes, one of them will die no matter what, and they learn that they themselves will be anonymously voting each round until the end. The executions are triggered by an electrical pulse that seems to be built into the orb at the center of the room. The strangers slowly pick each other off by any means necessary and must choose between human morality and survival of the fittest. There are characters of all ages and races, so the decision isn't easy for the contestants, but only one will get out alive. Can you guess which one throughout the movie? And who is putting these civilians through such a heinous event? Number 6. Ready or Not. 2019. Ready or Not follows Grace, who couldn't be happier after marrying the man of her dreams at his family's luxurious estate. There's just one catch though. The night after they are married, it is a family ritual that they play a children's game that inducts the new member into their family officially. There are many different games that can be played, and it is all decided by a box that picks a random card for the significant other to play. When Grace pulls hide and seek out of the box, everyone's face in the room completely drops, and there is something shocking going on here. The father, Tony, explains all of the rules to Grace, and she will have all night and must stay hidden from them to win the game, and they will be looking for her all night. After they start, Grace starts wandering around the house looking for hiding spots. But when she sees a maid get murdered, Alex sneaks around to talk to her and tells her that they are trying to kill her because of a deal the family made with the devil decades ago. Grace must make it to morning without being found and killed if she wants to get off of the property alive. Hope her hide and seek skills are elite. Number 5. The Hunt. 2020. In The Hunt, 12 strangers randomly wake up in a clearing like they are in the Hunger Games or something. The strangers have no idea where they are, what they are supposed to be doing, and how to get home to their families. They find a bunch of weapons in the middle of the clearing and they assume they might need to use them on each other. But then a bunch of elitists from Vermont show up and chasing them, and it turns out that they are hunting the strangers for sport, and it is all a part of the game. The hunters then start slaying more of the strangers, and only a few of them are left after the first 10 minutes. What the hunters aren't prepared for is that the female John Wick, Crystal, is going to make their lives a living hell, and they may end up turning into the hunted instead of the hunters. Can Crystal survive the game and maybe get some revenge on the sick people who put this thing together? And can she blow up the whole illegal operation? Number 4. Truth or Dare. 2017. I am pretty sure we all have seen the 2018 Blumhouse film Truth or Dare because that weird Snapchat smile filter pretty much tarnished the movie publicly. Well, this film is of the same name as that one, but was released in 2017 and the premise is similar but slightly different. In this one, 8 old college friends head to a haunted house rental for Halloween one night and plan on staying in the house with each other to catch up as they haven't hung out in a while. They don't believe in ghosts or the paranormal, but thought the experience would be fun for stories. That all is going to change when they start playing Truth or Dare with one another, and if someone fails to do an assigned dare, they will die, and if someone lies when doing a truth, they will also die. The game will put all of the friends against one another, and some dark secrets will be released for everyone to now know. What lengths will some of the friends go to protect their image with one another? Will anyone beat the game of Truth or Dare? Number 3. Cube. 1997. Cube is similar to the film Circle as above in many ways. In Cube, 6 different people, each from a very different walk of life, awaken to find themselves inside a giant cube with thousands of possible rooms. Each has a skill set that becomes clear when they must band together to get out of the giant maze-like structure. Within the group are a cop, a math whiz, a building designer, a doctor, an escape master, and a disabled man. Each plays a part in their thrilling quest to find answers as to why they've been imprisoned. Every different cube that they enter will have some sort of deadly trap, and they will have to work together to solve all of the puzzles. If they work alone and not cooperate, their chances of escaping the cube are nearly zero, and they realize this. That is why there are so many different skill sets among the group. Can they solve the maze and make it out alive? Number 2. The Game. 1997. This one has a real creative name and pretty much perfect for this deadly game list. The Game follows Nicholas Van Orton, who is a very wealthy San Francisco banker, but he is an absolute loner, even spending his birthdays alone. In the year of his 48th birthday, his brother Conrad, who has gone long ago and surrendered to addictions of all kinds, suddenly returns and gives Nicholas a card giving him entry to unusual entertainment service provided by something called Consumer Recreation Services, CRS. Giving into curiosity, Nicholas visits CRS and all kinds of weird and bad things start to happen to him. Van Orton's night is an absolute roller coaster, and people start to turn up dead all around him, and he feels he has been sucked into a web of intricate conspiracies and deliberate murder. Van Orton tries to get the game to stop as he doesn't know what is real and what isn't at this point, but he receives no response from CRS and must figure it all out on his own. Will Van Orton be able to win the game? Number 1. Escape Room. 2019. Ever done an escape room with your family or friends? Did you win? What would you do if the only way to go home afterwards safely is to win the game, or else you will be killed? Well, that is the premise for the 2019 thriller Escape Room. Having received a mysterious invitation to try their luck at solving intricate puzzles and breaking out of a booby-trapped escape room to win $10,000, 6 perfect strangers find themselves in a large waiting room. Intrigued, the unsuspecting young contestants get to work, only to discover that the extreme, well-thought-out dangers lurking in the elaborately constructed escape rooms are real. But now there is no turning back, and the thrill-seekers are inside a deadly game of survival. Can the players find the scattered clues to prevent the inevitable? Well, that is it for this one. Any other deadly game horror movies that should make list? Thanks for watching.